Welcome to Get Married, Stay Married. This is your host, Lady T.
And I'm your co-host, Pastor Randall Crawford. Welcome, y'all.
Hi, y'all.
Hey, you.
Hi.
How you doing, baby?
I'm good. How
That's
are you?
good. I'm good. I'm good.
It's good to be back on camera.
Yes, Steelers.
Is it not?
Yes.
As you see, we are repping the Steelers.
All day.
It's nothing brand new. I personally have been a fan for over 20 years. And how about you?
Since I was born into this thing. And then, in the 80s, my brothers left when they started to suck. Okay. And they never came back. One went to the Washington Redskins at the time, but now they're the Commanders. The other one went to San Francisco 49ers because they were winning. The Commanders were winning, and one went to the Giants. But I stayed a true Steeler fan, and it's only because I didn't know no other teams. And I said, I'm going to just stay right here. And I'm glad I did because we got more Super Bowls than any other team.
Yes, yes.
So we're only tied with the Patriots, and that means the Patriots are tied with us because we're the first. So this whole show today is about why we love the Steelers, why we love each other's because of the Steelers, and why Steelers are so important in our life. And my kids, they're all Steeler fans from birth. They were birthed into this thing. They
hard.
They got Steeler stamped on their butts. So they're all Steeler fans, die hard.
So, God, love, and football.
Yes.
Now listen, I liked football as a child. I understood it, had a general working knowledge of it. But what happened was when we started dating,
Yep.
he would say, okay, I have to go to work tonight. Can you watch the Steelers game for me? And I'm like, watch it without anyone like explaining stuff to me, like
Yep.
by myself, watch it by myself. He said, and then while you're watching it, put the score in my beeper. And I know we just aged ourselves. Yes, we had a beeper. Right?
Yellow.
So I'm watching these games by myself and putting the score in his beeper. But then he's so silly because he would call. And then I'm thinking, oh, I'm telling him about it. He's like, oh, I already saw it. I ran into the break room every single time. And so I was like, was it a setup?
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was a setup.
Because I had to know that she would love the Steelers just like she loves me. It's very, very important to be a Steeler fan and to be in love with somebody like me. Because I'm a football guru. I love the Pittsburgh Steelers. Actually, I'm not a football guru. I'm a Steelers guru. I love the Steelers.
So here's the thing. Like over the years, we're not as emotionally invested. We are fans. Die hard. Don't get me wrong. But when we were younger, it was pretty,
intense.
Like it would take us out for a week or two if we lost, everyone would be sad and stuff like that. But back to how he got me to love the Steelers. Like I said, I understood football, but watching the game, I was like, this team, it was exciting in the 90s, right? And I was like, oh, wow, I think I really like this team.
Cordell
and it
Stewart.
probably was because I was falling in love with you.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah. But ladies, it is okay to have your own team if you come into the relationship with your own team. But I'm telling you to be
not.
Yes, it is. Healthy rivalry is good.
That's true.
It's good. But I did not have a team. So I was like, okay, let me just see here. And I was all in. I was really emotionally invested in the Steelers over the course of the next 15 years. Life happened, and I was like, oh, they are stressing me out. I can't take this.
Right.
We've had some issues.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
But we are excited about where we are right now.
6-2.
Yes.
At the bye.
Yes.
And we're a team that comes out of the bye with a winning record. So that means when we play our next game against the Commanders, that means that we should get a win because we always win coming out of the bye, 80% of the time. Okay. And that's pretty good. Okay. It's pretty good.
How do you feel about Tomlin?
I love Tomlin.
Yeah.
I love his words. Schematically and all this other stuff. I love Tomlin. He's a great speaker. He's a great motivator. He's a player's coach. He's a player's coach.
I think so.
And he's very intelligent.
Yes, the standard is the standard.
Yes.
And honestly, this episode being God, love, and football, before I heard him say that is how we live our life.
It is.
Because your home is your home. Your morals are your morals.
Yep.
And these are the values here, right? if you're going to come into this home, if you're already in this home living, as our child, even for each other, the standard is God. That's just what it is.
Standard's the standard.
Yeah, the standard is the standard, and we are not lowering that. It forces you to rise up.
Yep.
Instead of doing some fancy work to try to.
We don't like mediocre.
Yeah.
Okay. You go above and beyond always.
Yes.
No matter what.
Mediocrity is not good.
No.
And so, favorite player.
My favorite player? I have several favorite players, and I got from each decade, I guess, or whatever.
Okay.
So, starting back in the 70s when we were winning, you had Terry Bradshaw, Mean Joe Green, Franco Harris, and then going into the losing years, Starworth, Lynn Swan. Then going into the losing years in the 80s, we had Bubby Brister. We had a couple of other players, that was okay. Then the 90s, we had Cordell Stewart, Greg Lloyd, Green. We had Carnell Lake, whole bunch of good players. Oh, my God. Jerome Bettis, the Bucks, just running people over. We had, then going into the 90s, we had not Jerome. He was still there, but we had what's his name? Oh my goodness, Troy Polamalu. Okay, my number one favorite player, Troy Polamalu.
He's my favorite player.
Yes,
too.
and then you got Big Ben. Okay, we needed him, Big Ben. Okay, he was heaven sent. And then you have the wide receivers, Antonio Brown.
So you don't have a favorite player. You just
I have favorite decades and favorite players and decades.
So my all-time favorite player is Troy Polamalu. Like when I would watch him just run out of nowhere and just tack the sack,
get the interception.
Like, listen, T.J. Watt, I know he's the man.
I love T.J. Watt
right now.
He's up there.
But Troy, I mean, I know he idolizes him. I'm sure he learned a lot from him. But Troy's just. Yeah. All-time favorite.
Troy's the bomb. Troy's the bomb. And the rivalries. Yes. The rivalries between the Ravens and the Steelers. Greatest sport rivalry ever.
Right.
Ever. There's none greater. It ain't the same today, but it's pretty good. But it ain't like it was in the early 2000s and the 90s. What?
It was brutal.
It was crazy. Mm-hmm. Absolutely crazy. Oh, my God. So, one of the reasons, we're going to talk about some love in a second, but one of the reasons I really like Tomlin, I like the organization of the Pittsburgh Steelers is they're religious, okay? The Steelers are religious. The Rooney family, they're great people. They're great for the community. They're great for the world. They're ambassadors. And Tomlin is big. He's big on family. He's big on God. And he's also big on structure and discipline. And what he does is, he used to do this. He don't do it anymore because he's getting older. But he used to go and try to rescue children that was in sex trafficking, and he would help them with Navy SEALs and stuff like that. So he's really, really a good person. Somebody I can tip my hat to. He really is.
Exactly. That's honorable.
It is very honorable.
Yes. So, I have a bone to pick. I love y'all Steelers fans. We are dynamic.
Yes.
And we travel well.
Travel well.
Do we not?
Steelers.
But listen. Russ. Okay, he is doing what he has to do for us right now.
Russ balling right now.
But y'all was booing him.
Yeah, I was tripping.
Listen, just hold on and give the man a chance, and he did what he said he was going to do, and what we all knew he could do, right?
Right, exactly.
Right, because I'm really confused about why they're acting like they're so surprised.
Right, he's in the top 10 statistically, okay, in quarterbacks since he's been in the league, okay. He should have been a 2-time Super Bowl winner. He should have been an MVP multiple times. They played him in Seattle. They also played him in Denver, and now he's in Pittsburgh. And I feel like it's the Cinderella story.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like we're at Sweet 16 team, and we're going to go all the way because the story's backing everything that we're trying to do, and it's just an amazing, magical story. And watch the Steelers. We're gonna make a deep run in the playoffs. We're gonna go to the AFC Championship game, and we may just go Super Bowl win it all. You never know. It will be awesome because his story and how they played him is pretty awesome, and he's gonna come out on top. Plus, he's a Christian.
We look good right now.
Yeah, we
because during the rough years, over the last 10 years or so, I would get so frustrated that we couldn't convert on third down. I would be screaming at the TV, right? We couldn't put points on the board like Tom Brady and the rest of the other teams. And I was like, what's wrong with us? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Why? Yes.
Listen. I respect Tom Brady, though.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, he's a great one.
You know, it's like, not when he was kicking our behind.
Yeah, he had our number.
But I just like how we look right now.
But I got his number right now, and I'm going to call him Tom Brady up. I'm going to call him up. Your little prank. Go ahead.
We look good.
Yeah, we do look good. You look good. But we look good. but we look good. We look good as a team, and I like where we are. I like where we're headed. Yes. And I like how football is so special. All sports are special, but football is real special because it brings people together.
It does.
It does. It brought us closer.
It did.
You know, and it caused us to have something to give to our kids. Right. You know, and we could all buy jerseys and we all get terrible towels and we're all waving them, watching the big screen TV. But the one thing, we've never been to a game. We get the NFL Sunday ticket, we get all that stuff, but we've never been to a game at all. Never. So is there anyone out there who want to give us tickets? Okay? It's 7 of us.
But
and who want to give us tickets?
Not 7. No, not 7. All we need is tickets.
It's
7.
It's 7. Kids want to go too. It's 7
go.
of us.
But you know what I love about the kids? It's not like they're like, oh, I just, I appreciate that you brought me in, and but it was gentle,
right?
And it was sneaky in a way, and you just loved them, the Steelers, all by yourself,
right?
And they just watched, and they're like, he's showing so much energy into this. Let me check it out, right? The girls, the boys, it doesn't matter. They are diehard.
Right.
It's not like a pretend, just because,
right?
So. Females, their husbands, I don't know
right.
how it's gonna be because they are serious.
So here's the question: Could you have a different team as a husband or a wife when you get married? And could you convert? Would you convert? Yeah. Could you convert to your husband team or your wife's team?
And maybe he doesn't want you to. Maybe he likes the rivalry in the house,
right.
But it's healthy.
Right, it's healthy. Yeah. As long as it's healthy, it's good. But could you and would you convert? Because when you go places,
our daughter's taking her
listen,
head no.
when you go places and y'all have matching clothes on because you're on the same team, that's one mindset. You know what I mean? Yeah, listen, it's deep. It's one mindset, and you guys are stronger together. You're stronger together, and you look better. Your kids all confused because you got this person got a Browns jersey on, this person got a Ravens jersey on, a Bengals jersey.
Browns,
I'm like, come on.
Not the Bengals.
I'm like, come on. Everybody needs to be coordinated. And you know how it was on Boomerang? We got to coordinate. Everybody has to coordinate. Mushrooms everywhere.
Yes, you do.
Gotta coordinate.
I appreciate that. You. It's the tie that binds.
It is.
It is.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And I'm excited about the season.
Yes.
And I mean, I rocked with them during the rough times, but
right.
I'm really excited.
Super Bowl of bus.
Yes.
Right. Right.
What you got to say?
Well, I think that some people could get overboard. They could go overboard. And I want to talk about marriage real quick and how you shouldn't allow sports to take you over. Okay? You shouldn't allow it to take you overboard to the point where you're mad at your husband, you're not speaking to your wife, your kids got on your nerves, you're just extra angry because you lost. We don't want to do that. We want to maintain the proper etiquette in winning and in losing.
Yeah, I think that I don't mean to cut you off. I think that there's one element that plays into this, and that is if you're betting, and it brings a level of fear.
Right.
Because you're like, I just lost a lot. So there's anger, when you lose. It's not just you're already upset that your team lost.
Yeah.
But then you add the monetary value, and it could be problematic for the marriage.
Right.
The other thing is, I was telling you about the husbands that before the season started wrote their wives notes, and the wives, most of them that I saw were okay with it, saying that they're going to put a pause on date night. I'm trying to keep a straight face with this foolishness, and until the season's over.
Right.
You know what I said to those men? I don't think they're Steelers fans. They were none that I saw.
A Steelers fan wouldn't do that.
No, They would never.
They wouldn't do that.
So I hope you have the shortest season ever. Saying that to your wife. No date nights.
Right.
Wrote her a letter and just explain, how emotional it is, blah, 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 blah. And they were okay with it. And they said, just let me be, Sunday, whatever. It's like, one, are you even thinking of attending church?
Right.
Two, like, seriously, no date nights. There's other nights of the week.
Right.
But they're saying because of the emotional rebound. It's like, if you could cry over football, they say there's no crying in football. But if you could cry over it as a man, tears can fall, then you could cry over things in your relationship.
It's true.
That means your tear ducts work.
It's true. My son, when he was 10, we lost in the AFC Championship game to the New England Patriots not by a lot. It was a close game. We lost because Tom Brady's Tom Brady. He's Megatron. Well, he's the real Megatron. And this dude was like, we lost. I said, yeah, we lost, buddy. It's okay. We'll get him next year. We won't. We won't get him next year. I said, we will, because next year's going to come around. I said, it's all right. It's not all right. I can't take it. I can't. I said, come here. Don't run away. Come here. So I held him. He was like, no, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. I said, dude, it's all right. I said, we'll get him next. I said, you need a minute? He said, just a minute. I said, okay. He was upset for like 3 days.
Oh, my goodness.
For like 3 days. 3 days. I said, all right, buddy. I understand.
Yeah, the emotions run high.
Right then, I knew he became a football fan. A real one.
Yeah.
Because it got to his emotion. And you can't allow your emotion, whatever team you have.
Right.
Okay? Or whatever sport it is, you can't allow it to cause conflict in your marriage.
Right.
Or in your relationship. You do want to get married, right?
Right.
You do want to stay married, right?
Right.
Get married, stay married.
Football over marriage?
Listen,
No,
sports will do it to you.
Really?
It will do it. Yes, it will. Listen, I've seen people break up over the dumbest things. And breaking up over sports is really stupid. But I've seen people go into heated, and I mean heated arguments.
What?
Yes. All because of the emotion that comes with sports and football and basketball and baseball. Yeah. It's really tough.
You have to separate the two.
Really tough. You do.
Really, because at the end of the day, you have to step back and say, listen.
Right.
It's just a game.
It's just a game. But we don't talk about it enough. People don't talk about this aspect of sports enough because in America, we love sports. It's what we do. We love sports.
It's true.
But we can't love it more than we love our marriage. And we can't love it more than we love God above all things. Because it can't be your religion. It could just be your pastime.
Yeah,
that's all it should be.
And that's the best.
That's
God,
all it should be.
love, meaning marriage and football.
Everything
and
else
it's funny
after that.
because, listen, I remember you were working at ESPN. And the phone kept ringing. And I was trying to put our son, that you were talking about, to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, my gosh, he's disturbing me.
Right.
I feel so bad about this to this day. So, backstory, Chris Berman's mom's birthday is the same as our son's, right? And he was calling me because he was about to say happy birthday to his mom and our son on air.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, he's calling me.
I got him to do it.
He's calling me. I feel so bad, y'all.
Right.
Like, I feel so bad.
Anybody can find that tape. You go ahead and find it.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I feel so bad. He's like, Tay, that's why I was calling you. I'm like, but I was trying to put him to sleep. Yeah, so I feel bad.
Cool.
Mom guilt to the grave with that one.
It's all good. It is all good. Well, this was a great episode.
It was.
It really, really was.
Yeah.
It's a great episode.
So priorities.
Yes.
Yeah,
definitely priorities.
This is good. I love this.
Yes.
We have so much. We knew someone that lived in Pittsburgh, so we don't have our terrible towels here. Doesn't mean we don't own them. And they would bring us like official stuff.
Yes,
and so
I got
we
tons of official equipment.
Yeah, we appreciate that. But remember, we've never been to a game. Never been to a game. For us, that would be the ultimate date.
Right.
So
it would be.
If
now that's romantic.
Yeah. For us, that would be awesome.
Right.
But it still has its place in our marriage.
Right.
And what you brought out was just an excellent point, and I think that that's something that needs to be talked about more.
Yes.
And so here we are talking about it. Listen, don't put your wife to the back burner during football season. if you can incorporate her. And if she says, well, I don't understand, that's why I shared that story, because I was like, you want me to watch this by myself? Like, I really don't get it. But now I understand it. And when you understand it, you gotta love it.
Yes,
like,
that's great.
You have to.
That's great.
So.
It's great. My daughters are diehard. They be like, we come on tonight? I be like, yeah, we come on. They be like, what channel? I be like, Sunday Night Football. They be like, oh, I'm about to watch that. I'm like, all right, cool. Because it's great. Now, before we go, I'm going to tell you this one story. My mother-in-law is a diehard Patriot fan. Okay? The Patriots suck right now, by the way, which makes me happy, right? But at the same time, because we lost so much to them, but at the same time.
It's our time now.
Yes, this woman had the audacity to come over after a game that we played against them, or the AFC Championship game or a playoff game, and they would whoop us in the game, and she would come over and be like, what happened, Randall? What happened, Randall? And I'll be so angry. Yes. But I never, ever let that cause me to kick her out. Even though I wanted to. I never did it. Because I love my mother-in-law. I love my mother-in-law.
Yeah, we don't play with the rubbing in. Well, actually, now we are in a different place. We really are. We're still fans, but we are in a different place. But when our younger years, emotions were high.
It was.
You used to beat your chest like a silverback gorilla.
Like a silverback idiot.
Okay.
Still got a mark to this day.
I was screaming and, whew, it was intense. So when we lost, it was hard.
Yeah, it was very hard.
It was hard.
And my mother would call sometimes, or we would watch it again. She'd be like, oh, didn't that person die? Like, my starting quarterback. What you mean he died?
What is happening?
Stop doing that. He's alive. He's well. He's playing. No, I heard that he died in the Inquirer. In the Inquirer, really? Really? The Inquirer? Really? Stop.
That's so funny.
They
need
like
to rub salt in the wound.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Well, I don't really know when we're going to be back on camera again, because the truth be told, we're writers, and we really don't like being on camera.
Right.
But I figured with the Steelers episode, we needed to be on camera.
We'll do it twice a month. We'll do it twice a month.
I mean, I'm going to hold you to it. We'll see.
We'll do it twice a month.
Okay.
But
let us know. Email us. It's like, well, I want to see y'all faces.
Right.
I like it, Right. Or we could just rock in with the audio.
Right. No, we're going to do both.
Okay.
Because I like to be on camera.
Okay.
It's fun. Right. So, plus, listen, my brother-in-law, he's now a Steelers fan.
He has been converted.
Yes, he used to be an Atlanta fan.
Who else can we convert out there?
He used to be an Atlanta fan.
You know you want to be a Steelers fan. Yeah.
Atlanta ain't doing that. Wasn't doing that. No, so now he came to his senses, and now he's a Steelers fan. And I'm glad that you're there. Welcome aboard, Lorante. Yeah. Woo. Now we got to get one of these. This guy in my church named Lawrence. He's a Giants fan. We just beat up on them, and he says, I really like the Steelers. I said, well, come on over. I'm pulling some strings with him too. Listen, because when you're still a fan, you're just a better person.
Oh my goodness!
You're just a better person. You just are. And that's the truth. We love you.
Listen, only the soul conversions count.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. I know
silly.
that. But it's not the same. But it's close.
We are out. Take care.
Peace, y'all. We love you. God bless.
We love you. God bless.